The human exploration ship Atlas moved quietly through deep space. Its mission was simple. Chart a safe route. Scan empty systems. Return home. No one expected history to change that day. Captain Elias Morgan stood on the bridge, hands behind his back, watching the stars stretch across the main screen. The crew was calm. This jump was routine. They had done it 100 times before. Navigation ready, said Lieutenant Sarah Chen. Jump calculations complete. The ship's AI confirmed the data. Green lights filled the panels. No alarms. No warnings. Execute jump, the captain said calmly. The stars twisted into bright lines. Space folded. Time bent. Then everything stopped. The ship dropped out of hyperspace with a sudden silence that felt wrong. Very wrong. The stars outside were not mapped. Not even close. Where are we? The captain asked. Sarah checked the display again. Her calm face slowly tightened. That's not possible, she said quietly. We're not on any known chart. The bridge fell silent. The ship's AI spoke again, this time slower. Warning. Current location classified as restricted space. Captain Morgan raised an eyebrow. Restricted by who? No answer came. Long-range sensors suddenly came alive. Energy readings surged across the screen. Weapons. Massive ones. Captain, said the sensor officer, I'm detecting multiple structures, ancient, and powerful. The crew exchanged uneasy looks. This sector was not empty. It was watching them. Far away, unseen by human eyes, the galaxy reacted. Alien observation stations picked up the signal of the human jump. Old alarms, silent for thousands of years, activated at once. Councils were called. Emergency messages spread like fire. They entered that sector. Impossible. No one survives there. Why would they go there willingly? Records older than memory spoke of this place. A forbidden zone. A graveyard of lost empires. And now, a human ship sat calmly at its center. Back on the Atlas, there was no panic. Captain Morgan leaned forward slightly. Damage report. No damage, Sarah replied. All systems stable. Life support. Normal. Weapons. On standby. Not armed. The captain nodded. Good. Log the coordinates. Begin a slow scan. The crew hesitated. Sir, should we retreat? Someone asked. Captain Morgan looked at the stars again. They were dark. Heavy. Ancient. Not yet, he said. We made a mistake. Let's understand it first. Outside the ship, invisible eyes watched closely. Alien fleets moved into position, but stayed far away. No one wanted to be first. They waited for fear. They waited for chaos. They waited for the humans to run. But the human ship did none of those things. Instead, it scanned. Measured. Observed. A small probe launched from the Atlas, drifting quietly into the dark. The moment it activated, something ancient stirred. Deep structures awakened. Old systems, long asleep, responded to human signals. Power levels spiked across the sector. Alien observers froze. They triggered it. How are they still alive? Why are they not stopping? On the Atlas, a low hum echoed through the hull. Sarah looked up sharply. Captain, something just responded to our scan. Hostile? He asked. She shook her head slowly. No. It's aligning. Like it recognizes us. The captain frowned. That doesn't make sense. The AI spoke again. New pathways detected. Control systems responding to human interface logic. Silence filled the bridge. Repeat that, the captain said. These systems were designed for logic patterns similar to human problem solving, the AI replied. Outside the ship, the galaxy held its breath. The humans had not fired a weapon. They had not made threats. They had not claimed anything. Yet the forbidden sector was waking up for them. Captain Morgan straightened. "All right," he said calmly. "Let's slow everything down." He looked at his crew. "We didn't come here to rule anything. We came to explore." The ship drifted deeper into the ancient sector, unaware that every alien civilization was now watching in fear. Because the galaxy was beginning to understand something terrifying. Humanity did not arrive with ambition. They arrived by accident. And they were not afraid. The Atlas moved slowly through the forbidden sector. No sudden turns. No weapons fire. No panic. From the outside, the human ship looked small and fragile. From the inside, it felt strangely calm. Captain Morgan stood still on the bridge. His eyes followed the sensor data as ancient structures appeared one by one. Massive shapes floated in the dark, silent, broken, yet powerful. "These are not ruins," Sarah said softly. "They're sleeping." The ship's AI confirmed it. Energy levels rising across the sector. Systems are responding, not attacking. Morgan frowned. Responding to what? To us, the AI answered. Far beyond the sector, the galaxy was no longer calm. Alien councils watched live feeds from distant probes. Their voices overlapped in fear. They should be dead. They activated the core systems. No race has done that in 50,000 cycles. One elder species recognized the patterns. Those systems were built for thinkers, it said slowly. Not conquerors. Back on the Atlas, the crew felt the ship vibrate lightly. Not from damage, but from connection. A new interface appeared on the main screen. Symbols shifted. Shapes changed. Then. They simplified. Sarah's eyes widened. They're converting into readable data. The captain stepped closer. That's impossible, someone whispered. This tech is older than our species. Yet the screen now showed clear pathways. Energy flows. Control nodes. Not weapons. Infrastructure. Power grids. Defense shields. Navigation gates. A silent empire, long forgotten. The AI spoke again. These systems respond to calm decision-making patterns. Aggression triggers shutdown. The bridge fell quiet. So, Morgan said slowly, every race that came here before tried to force control. And failed, Sarah replied. Outside, alien fleets shifted nervously. They expected humans to make demands. They expected fear. They expected chaos. Instead, the humans sent a simple message into the sector. We don't want control. We want safe passage. The ancient systems reacted instantly. Energy barriers adjusted. Hidden weapons powered down. Navigation routes opened. The forbidden sector accepted them. Alien observers went silent. This makes no sense. They did nothing. They didn't threaten anyone. A young alien commander whispered the truth. That's what scares me. On the Atlas, the crew finally felt it. They were not visitors anymore. They were users. Captain, Sarah said carefully, if we stay here, the system will treat us as administrators. Morgan's jaw tightened. We didn't earn that, he said. No, she replied. But we triggered it. Suddenly, a warning flashed. Multiple alien fleets approaching the sector border. Weapons charged. Shields raised. They're scared, the sensor officer said. They think we're taking over. Morgan took a deep breath. Open a channel. The screen flickered. Alien faces appeared, many species, many eyes, all tense. This is Captain Elias Morgan of the human exploration ship Atlas, he said calmly. We entered this sector by mistake. Murmurs spread across the channel. Mistake? No one enters that place by mistake. Morgan continued. We're not here to conquer. We're not claiming anything. We're just figuring out where we are. An alien leader leaned forward. Then why does the sector obey you? Morgan paused. Because we asked, he said honestly. The channel fell into silence. The ancient systems pulsed once, slow and steady. To the galaxy, it looked like a signal. A declaration. Humanity had not raised a flag. But the universe had already noticed them. Captain Morgan closed the channel. Prepare to leave, he said quietly. Sarah looked at him. Sir, if we leave, the systems will stay open. Morgan nodded. Then others will follow. Outside the ship, alien fleets held their position, unsure, afraid, confused. For the first time in galactic history, power had shifted without a single shot. And humanity still did not realize what they had become. The Atlas turned slowly toward open space. Behind it, the forbidden sector remained awake. Waiting. The Atlas did not leave the forbidden sector. Not yet. Captain Morgan watched the sensors carefully. Alien fleets waited at the edge of the sector, holding position. They were close enough to threaten, but far enough to escape. They're testing us, Sarah said quietly. Morgan nodded. They want to see what we'll do. The ancient systems around the Atlas stayed active. Silent lights moved through the dark, like something alive but patient. The sector felt alert. Far away, the Galactic Council argued. They must be stopped now. If we wait, they will claim everything. They already control the sector. One faction made a decision. A heavily armed alien cruiser broke formation and moved forward alone. Its weapons powered up slowly, clear, deliberate, and visible. They're challenging us, the sensor officer said. The Atlas did not raise shields. It did not arm weapons. Captain Morgan stayed calm. Open a channel, he said. The alien commander appeared on screen. Tall, armored, eyes sharp with suspicion. This sector is not yours, the alien said coldly. Withdraw. Now. Morgan met the alien's stare. We didn't say it was ours, he replied. We also didn't say we were leaving. The alien's eyes narrowed. You activated systems no race should touch. Morgan answered honestly. We didn't activate them. They responded. The alien ship moved closer. Weapons locked. This is your final warning. The bridge crew waited for orders. Morgan raised one hand. Hold. Outside the Atlas, the ancient systems reacted. Not aggressively. Defensively. Invisible energy barriers shifted position. Power lines rerouted. Space itself seemed to adjust, placing the Atlas behind layers of protection. The alien cruiser fired a single warning shot. The beam never reached its target. It vanished, absorbed by the sector itself. Alarms screamed on the alien ship. What did they do? The commander shouted. They didn't do anything, his officer replied in fear. The sector did. Back on the Atlas, Sarah stared at the readings. Captain, the system classified that attack as a threat to us. Morgan exhaled slowly. We didn't ask for that. But it chose us, she said. The alien commander realized the truth too late. You're controlling it, he accused. Morgan shook his head. No, he said calmly. We're just not fighting it. The alien ship tried to retreat. The sector allowed it, after a pause. A warning message appeared on every alien channel across the galaxy. Aggression against registered users is not advised. The word users echoed through every council chamber. Fear spread fast. They're not conquerors. They're worse. They're compatible. On the Atlas, the crew felt the weight of it. Captain Morgan turned to his team. "We're leaving now," he said firmly. "This situation is bigger than us." As the ship began moving toward the exit vector, something unexpected happened. A new signal appeared. An invitation. The ancient system offered a choice. Remain as overseers. Or leave with partial access retained. Sarah swallowed. "It's asking us to decide." Morgan closed his eyes for a moment. Humanity had always believed power came from force. This power came from restraint. "We leave," he said. The system paused. Then, accepted. Pathways opened. The Atlas moved freely toward open space. Behind them, the sector remained stable. Not hostile. Not conquered. Just, aligned. Alien fleets backed away as the human ship passed. None dared fire. None dared speak. One alien observer recorded a final note. They refused absolute control. And that is why the galaxy fears them. As the Atlas crossed the boundary, Captain Morgan looked back one last time. "We made a wrong jump," he said quietly. And the universe noticed. The stars ahead looked normal again. But nothing else was. Because the first test was over. And humanity had passed. Without trying. The Atlas returned to known space. To the crew, it felt like coming home. To the galaxy, it felt like something had changed forever. Before the ship even reached human territory, messages began arriving. Hundreds of them. Then thousands. Trade unions. Defense coalitions. Independent worlds. Even old enemies. They were all asking the same thing. "Are you still connected to the Forbidden Sector?" Captain Morgan did not answer right away. Human Command finally responded, confused and cautious. They ordered the Atlas to dock and explain everything. When the full report was shared, silence followed. "A mistake?" one human admiral asked. "You're telling us all this happened because of a navigation error?" "Yes, sir," Morgan replied. "No plan. No attack. No intent." The room went quiet. Across the galaxy, alien leaders were not calm. The Forbidden Sector remained active. Its defenses stayed open, but only for one pattern. Human logic. Any ship that approached aggressively was blocked. Any ship that followed calm protocols was redirected. And all redirections pointed back to one place. Human space. Alien governments did not call it an empire. They called it central authority. Requests began arriving officially. "Please negotiate passage. Please authorize trade routes. Please confirm defense boundaries." Humans did not understand why they were being asked. But the galaxy did. The ancient systems had labeled humanity as default administrators. Not because they demanded it. But because they did not. Captain Morgan watched the news feeds from the Atlas briefing room. Alien fleets repositioned, not toward Earth, but away from it. Old wars paused. Borders stabilized. Fear kept the peace. "They think we control everything," Sarah said quietly. Morgan shook his head. "We barely control ourselves." Still, the messages kept coming. An alien envoy finally arrived in person. No weapons. No escorts. It bowed before speaking. "We do not challenge your rule," it said. "We ask for guidance." Morgan stood slowly. "We're explorers," he said. "Not rulers. The alien's voice trembled. That is why we trust you. The word spread quickly. Humanity never declared an empire. They never raised a flag. Yet the galaxy began to move around them. Trade routes shifted. Conflicts paused. Defense lines aligned with human borders. Not by command. By assumption. Historians would later call it the quiet shift. The moment power changed hands without war. On Earth, debates exploded. We should shut the sector down. We should take control before others do. This is dangerous. Captain Morgan spoke once. We didn't gain power because we were strong, he said. We gained it because we stayed calm. No one argued. Far away, the forbidden sector pulsed softly. Waiting. Not for orders. For balance. And somewhere in the galaxy, a simple truth became clear. Humanity did not seek authority. Authority followed them. The galaxy did not fear human weapons. It feared human calm. Weeks passed after the Atlas returned. Humanity refused to issue orders. No rules. No demands. No fleets sent forward. Yet the galaxy kept adjusting itself around them. Old enemies stopped fighting. Border wars paused. Pirate zones went quiet. Not because humans threatened them. Because no one knew what humans might allow. Alien historians studied the forbidden sector again and again. Every record ended with the same conclusion. All previous races failed because they tried to control it. Humans were different. They did not force the systems. They did not dominate them. They simply interacted. The ancient sector reacted like a mirror. Aggression was rejected. Fear was blocked. Calm logic was rewarded. That terrified the galaxy. One council member spoke the truth aloud. They are not rulers because they are powerful. They are rulers because power listens to them. On Earth, Captain Morgan stood before human leadership one final time. We can't own this, he said. And we shouldn't. The leaders agreed. Humanity released a single statement to the galaxy. We claim nothing. We will not rule you. We only ask for peace and shared space. The message shocked everyone. Alien governments waited for hidden meaning. There was none. The forbidden sector responded immediately. Its systems locked into long-term stability mode. No expansion. No escalation. No domination. Just balance. The galaxy understood then. Humans did not become rulers because they wanted control. They became rulers because they knew when not to use it. Years later, alien children learned the story. Not as a war. Not as a conquest. But as a warning. Never provoke the calm ones. They do not shout. They do not rush. And when they act, it is already decided. Captain Morgan retired quietly. No medals. No statues. When asked about the day everything changed, he only said, "We made a wrong jump. And we stayed calm. The forbidden sector still exists. Active. Silent. Watching. And every ship that passes through knows one thing. Humanity does not need an empire. The galaxy already moves around them.